tail. Oh, you scared?
Are you talking to me? Oh, look who's there. Yeah, Whistling Wendy, alright. What are you doing here? It would be pretty sort of epic if it was actually personal revenge from one of these ladies that he caused to be sick. I mean, the dwarf caused her to be sick or something. She's weird. Can I... Thanks.
I know that smell. Formaldehyde.
I can't get past the fact that she... Priscilla... I mean...
Grab him!
My god!
That him.
How am I to know? Watch him, see what he does.
Take him from the back!
I was looking at her moving because it was odd, and then I got scared. Whoa! Oh no, I well, I got stuck. Sorry.
Gotta get around him!
Yeah. I don't know. Can I... Wait. Can I pull this trick again?
Son of a whore! Cover your eyes! Try me, prick!
That is so good. That is so
Got
good.
me too, huh? Up your ass, deviant! Can fight back!
Calm down, I'm not gonna hurt you. What are you doing here?
Getting vengeance. Well, why are you staring? Have you not heard killers always return to the scene of their crime? Me and my brothers are waiting here to give him a warm welcome. For Priscilla. Almost did her in the sun.
Yeah, I wonder how.
Here to look for clues and find anyone who might know something.
Fear I can't help you much. But I can tell you what I know.
Yeah, what I'm not getting at really is Priscilla was attacked. But he started working on her before tying her up and bringing her to a secluded place or whatever. He just started doing this here behind... I don't know. Well, maybe yes. Alright. Maybe yes.
You and Priscilla friends?
Friends? Nah.
Nah.
But she saw more than a stupid in me. Treated me with respect. It mattered. I was looking to give up, pick up a decent trade, but none would take me. Not as a washerwoman, nor a servant, nor a cook. Felt like a leper, I did. But Priscilla, she was different. Agreed to put me in her play, you see. Lots of the other actors, they were afraid on account of her jesting about the eternal fire. Whistling Wendy on stage, can you imagine it? Well, dream's gone now. I'm back to working street corners.
Sorry to hear that.
You could do worse as work goes. Or so I tell myself.
Depends.
Priscilla wasn't the sole victim. You aware of that?
Oh, dearie. Of course I was. This didn't start yesterday. Others have died like this before. Beggars, street girls, orphans.
Orphans?
But who'd have a drama concern about them? Human rubbish. It's what the guards call us.
Recall any names?
They didn't have proper ones. Baldy, curly, buns. That's what folk called them. No friends, no families. Their bodies were burned long ago.
But the same hand, or just people die in this city because nobody cares? I didn't get that.
Take care now.
All these people
Look
had...
around some more. Appreciate it if you didn't disturb me.
Naturally, we'll stand aside and behave. But do tell us if you find anything else here.
Have you guys noticed that sometimes when you're talking with a woman, the boobs move? I've noticed it sometimes, because I think that the boobs actually have an animation, so sometimes they randomly move. Oh god.
Awful pale.
A brazier. This time of year?
Okay, this guy was about to do something here, like here. Whatever happened here, because this brazier then was had fire then at this time of the year. Anyway, what time of the year are we? There are braziers everywhere around in the city, Geralt. Geralt.
Man's footprint. The murderer's maybe. Weight on his heel. Took a step back.
Okay.
Human. Priscilla's.
What happened? What interrupted them?
Murderer fled before the guards arrived. Ran this way.
Maybe she screamed or something?
Trail ends here. Strange. Even I couldn't jump this wall.
Yeah, I'm seeing that, but... So he never backtracked? Concerned citizen sermon. Remember, good people, the light cast by the fire dispels every darkness, reveals each lie, exposes every unworthy and debauched soul, not even shape-shifting Dopplers can hide from its light, not even witches and sorceresses, so adept at fooling the common folk, not the loose women who walk the street and fog men's minds with their charms. Abandon then the treacherous and immoral magic arcane, cover your bodies in modesty and provoke no unclean thoughts, and the eternal fire will expose for you all monsters and sinners, or else burn you too in its flames. A concerned citizen. There is an... No, that's not an hidden door. That's a door somewhere. So he jumped the wall? But Geralt says that's impossible. So maybe the guy... He's a Doppler.
Awful pale.
Transformed into an animal, something else. The guy is a Doppler. Plot twist, it was Dudu. I don't think so, but... I don't think Dudu knows how to torture and carve out a heart. Plus, there are so many other Dopplers around, in any case.
Watch it, tramp. No regrets, not your stomping ground.
A very religious Doppler, though. Examine the place where the woodcarver... There is nothing else. You guys are still around. I can't believe it.
Walking about all door-faced, scaring decent folk.
Anyone home?
Begun, or I'll sick me hounds on you. Molly, Striga, come!
Moller, Striga.
Relax. I'm here about Fabian Meyer. Looking for his killer.
That's altogether different. Sit you stupid mutts, lie down. Come on in. Slowly now, lest they bite you.
Charming creatures, I can't even see them.
Charming as beasts go.
You daft? Even I'm scared of them. A better backing dog than an evil man at your door.
Got someone particular in mind?
Sure as shite. Bugger who did Fabian in. As soon as they'd hauled his corpse off, I ran to a mate who raises fighting dogs. Bought these 2 mutts. Cost me a chunk of change. But asleep sound at least.
Okay.
So who might you be?
The Stiff's brother. Gus is the name. We ran a workshop together. Meyer and Meyer.
Okay. Oh.
What'll it be now? Just Meyer?
Damn it. I'll be closing it down now. As soon as I find a buyer for this shack, I'll head on to Mahakam. Be near my family or what's left of it.
Okay.
So, what do you want to know? What can I tell you about Fabian?
Have you noticed Geralt doing actually some bad humor in a bad moment? Thank God this dwarf took it nicely. But when the surgeon was, having his humorous moment, somehow it was inappropriate. I love your double standards. Geralt.
Your brother have any enemies? Anyone dislike him? Threaten him, maybe?
'Twas Fabian who threatened this one last. Oh, you were a good dwarf, craftsman like no other. But he were an incorrigible monger as well.
Okay.
Whenever we put a bit of coin aside, I'd say, let's buy some tools, quality timber. No, he grabbed the purse and head out. Took to following one in particular. He'd say, "'Tis all your fault, dirty human dish rag." Other obscenities.
Makes
Don't rightly
sense.
know what that was about.
I know.
Maybe he was in love with her.
Know
No.
where I can find her? This dish rag.
City cemetery. She died a few days back, quietly in her sleep. Her pont said a fever took her.
That was probably about the disease.
Tell me what you know about the murder, in order, in detail.
'Twas like this. Had some work in Oxenford, and I was coming home. Saw a plume of smoke rising over the city. Thought to myself, blast it, gonna miss him burn another hag. But the smoke wasn't coming from Hierarch Square. It was coming from here. See the soot stains? That's where they burned our sculptures. Folk gathered round the blaze and found Fabian here beside it. They'd already loaded him on the cart by the time I arrived.
Talk to your neighbors. They see anything suspicious beforehand? Hear anything?
Claimed not to. But even if they had, they'd not have helped. In Novigrad, folk give bleeding orphans in the street a wide berth so as not to stain their poor lanes. What do they care about some dwarf?
Oh, by the way, I was reading the journal, and apparently another thing about Doppler that troubles me to no end is that apparently they're good. They're magically good. They can't do harm. I didn't know this, but it's lore as well. Like they can't. They really have a hard time doing harmful things. So a Doppler would be a perfect serial killer, but we might want to exclude it. I'm really, the lore about Dopplers really bothers me for some reasons, for logical reason probably, but it doesn't matter really. It's fine. I don't get this. And by the way, this has nothing to do with what
Fine. We've talked enough.
we're doing. So
Need to look around.
Be my guest. Just beware of the dogs.
I was just thinking, how the hell? How does a Doppler in his purest form look like? They look all human, or they look all halfling, or they... I don't get it. Wow. Again. Yeah. This guy, which I think we have, we have clearly ascertained it is a man because of the footprints, because women can be doctors too, you know. Is a mix between the killer of indeed Seven and Jack the Ripper.
Statues of the old gods. Nothing but women. Shapely ones.
Yeah, I get this. This could be about the sin of that sin of a carnal sin, right? These are not random victims. That's why when I talked with the Whistling Wendy there, I was really confused. There might be other murderers around, and she was probably talking about all murderers killing whoever and not just this one, because this one seems to have targets.
Bloodstains.
That's where Fabian lay when they found him.
His sin being the sin of women. Right.
Murderer dragged something heavy. Dragged something across the floor. Statues. Or dragged it from one wall to the other, repeatedly.
What? What happened to my dialogue there?
Mind if I go inside the workshop?
I've not even peeked inside since they found Fabian. But I'll open it for you if you want.
Okay. You do that. Isn't it funny how nobody wanted to get a look at it? Geralt!
More bloodstains, but not near enough to say he bled to death. Unless somebody got rid of the blood, left a few stains behind.
Why at this point? Why? I mean, this is clearly... the murderer clearly has something to say, right? Be a good Eternal Fire follower or die. Can I cannot examine this for reasons. I don't want the broken rake, I want to examine that.
Formaldehyde. Doubt Fabian used it.
Yeah, because it's a novelty. He could have though. But no. No. I can't... Oh! Can I... Oh my god, this is painful.
Eyes. Humanoid.
Oh!
Completely rotten.
Oh, I see now. Okay. So, well, this guy leaves stuff around because he's trying to convey a message now, is he?
Furniture got knocked over. This looks like it was kicked.
Okay. Consistent. Yeah, whoever gave a title to this quest, next time keep it cleaner. I mean, it's starting to get pretty obvious quickly, but next time maybe don't use the word sin in it, just to make it more fun. And don't use Cardle either.
How you go with this thing? I was fucking about minding my own business.
Excuse me? What were you talking of?
Psst, Witcher.
What's he doing
I
here?
know who burned the hunter's quarters down. Don't worry though, I don't like them goat powers either.
Yeah, definitely. Nobody knows it was about me and Driss, right? It's so random. So random.
Oi, Witcher! Coroner wants to see you. Been another victim. Told me to say the main door will be open for you. You're to come as soon as you can. Oh!
Okay. But I think I need to do this first. Okay, people. Okay.
Stop staring at the kids, you're scaring them.
Whatever.
You Eustace, the corpse collector?
Aye? How'd you know?
Fourth sense, I think it is. You bring Fabian Meyer's body to the morgue?
Fabian. Oh, yeah, I remember. No ice, no art, one of them, right? No purse neither, as I recall.
You searched him. Well, you know how these things go. He probably grabs money from the dead.
One of them? So there have been other bodies like that?
Sure have. Beggars, street urchins, and street walkers. One went so portly, I had to cut her into pieces to fit her in me wheelbarrow. Slippery sow, they called her, on account of her.
Exactly like that.
Some things are best left unsaid. What happened to the pieces?
What do you mean? Reverend Nathaniel ordered them burned. Every last one. Oh, shame that was.
Shame? Why? Actually, never mind. Another thing that's best left unsaid. You search Fabian's body?
Well, I cast an eye in his pockets. Made sure nothing went to waste.
Sure
I call
thing.
a spade a spade. You rob corpses.
Oh my
I
god.
call a prick a prick. None of your concern. What, you a tax collector? Peace off, mutant.
I advise you not to piss me off.
Talk. What did you find on him?
I had you wish. Triflings, baubles, glass-beaded ring, handful of coins, and a letter. Look, vellum, quality parchment that. I'll wipe off the writing and sell it as new.
That's human skin.
Oh, God.
Priscilla. Next victim's name. If you'd given this to the right person, she might not have been hurt.
What the fuck do I care what happens to some Priscilla? We short of wenches in this town.
You know, I'm gonna punch you just because you got evidence on you.
Oi, now, what was that for?
For everything.
God. Freaking idiot. I can't believe. Well, you know what? He couldn't have known, but everything is important. He couldn't have known about that, but
Even the rain smells like piss in this town.
yeah, I bet. Well, who was the first victim, though? The dwarf himself? In every corpse there was the name of the next victim? So how many corpses there were to begin with? Just a dwarf. Aye. Yeah. We are right here? Oh yes, we are.
Welcome, Master Witcher. Witcher.
Yeah, we are right here. Aren't we?
Geralt, right? I'm glad you're here. Held off on the autopsy till you arrived.
Why?
Nice of you, especially given you didn't seem pleased about my previous visit.
Because you came unannounced and in unfortunate company. I also had Reverend Nathaniel to contend with. Our spiritual caretaker has left the city on some important matter, and I know who you are, what drives you. I'm more than happy to aid your investigation.
Not fond of Nathaniel?
Very few people are. He's cruel and capricious. He stormed in here once, grabbed a scalpel I was sterilizing over a burner, sliced my back with it to the bone, because I had forgotten to lock the storeroom. Hard to be fond of someone like that, wouldn't you agree?
Well, I could agree, but... Alright then.
Von Grad's told me all about you.
Ah. Doubtless you've heard how I had the noble leader of the student protesters thrown in prison.
Yeah?
But did you hear the protests were far from peaceful? Or did he neglect to mention it?
I'm not judging you.
People were dying, Witcher. Those who rejected liberty, equality, and fraternity would be found in the gutter come morning. Their throats slit from ear to ear with surgical precision. Joachim had been my favorite student, but alas, I had to do something. So I reported him. Then I left the university and found work in the morgue, where none care about my past. Whereas Joachim, oh, fate's ironies. Years later, he was appointed head of the very ward I had founded.
What the f... Yeah, look a little young to be von Grad's teacher. Yeah, alright, we've already listened to that exchange. What are we assuming here? That this guy is well preserved, or that he is not human? You choose the lesser evil. You choose the lesser evil. Not easy. I'm not judging the protests thing. I don't think anything wrong was done there. Everybody did their part. It's what happens during some protests, so let's investigate this.
How old's von Grad's? 50? 60?
53, I believe. Why do you ask?
You look a little young to have been his teacher.
Not surprising. For years I've lived in the cold and dark, breathing the vapors of embalming fluids. In short, working with corpses extends one's life. Amusing, is it not?
Who's the victim this time?
Joris Aquinas, a lecturer in theology at Oxenfurt Academy. Found this morning at his home on a catafalque made of his books.
Oh, too bad.
Any titles in particular?
It seems all the tomes dealt with the eternal fire. Treatises critical of the faith's doctrines.
Yeah, mortal sin in Novigrad.
Too bad I couldn't see that catafalque now. Okay.
Let's start.
Gladly. The wounds conform to the killer's modus operandi. The victim was bound and forced to drink formaldehyde. Next, the killer removed the eyes, placed burning coals in the sockets, then opened the rib cage and... What's this? A parchment. Made of human skin.
A message from the murderer. The name of his next victim. Patricia Vegelbud.
Do you know her?
Yes. Even went to her estate once with... Gotta find her, now.
Yeah.